Hello and welcome to the Tyne Tees Sports Special. They haven't seen many nights like this at Bootham Crescent, but York City do have a proud cup tradition, and that could be added to in spectacular style against Manchester United tonight. It's our feature game in front of a sellout crowd of nearly 10,000, but we'll also have more action and all the results before the end of the show. Right now, it's time to set up the big match. York had made a disastrous start to the season when they turned the form book upside down to win the first leg 3-0 a fortnight ago. Top scorer Paul Barnes was high-stepping to happiness when he got 2 of the goals. Dean Kiely was inspired in goal at Old Trafford to keep a clean sheet against the mighty Reds. But tonight he's in hospital, facing up to missing the biggest match of his life after a weekend clash of heads. Can the returning Eric Cantona and his Manchester United teammates take full advantage and claw their way back into the Coca-Cola Cup? Tonight's commentator at Bootham Crescent is John Helm.
For the second time in just over 48 hours, the spotlight falls on the enfant terrible. The last time Eric played in Yorkshire, he scored against Sheffield United, the last match before his infamous kung fu exploits at Selhurst Park. Cantona has persuaded Alex Ferguson that he's fit to play from the off tonight, and this is an attack-minded side, as you'd expect, with the likes of Andy Cole, Ryan Giggs and Paul Scholes raring to go in the quest for goals. Out to stop them, 19-year-old Andy Warrington, who makes a fairy-tale debut in place of the unfortunate Dean Kiely, who suffered horrendous facial injuries at Hull on Saturday. This is basically the side that won national fame at Old Trafford, except for Warrington and Paul Atkin, who takes the place of Graham Murty out with a hamstring problem. The life of a referee is varied and exciting these days. Jeff Winter will be officiating a cup tie between Middlesbrough Post Office and Great Ayton on Saturday, and he then flies off for a midweek fixture between Slovenia and the Ukraine. By my reckoning, this Manchester United lineup cost £16,635,000. York City's, including one of the substitutes, cost £65,000. But who's to say what the result might be? You won't have to remind Manchester United and Alex Ferguson about what happened 2 weeks ago. They have got to lay an early assault on the York City goal. The longer the game goes without Manchester United scoring, the harder it's going to be for them. Alan Little's message was clear to his players: just do the same for me as you did at Old Trafford. And Lee Sharp concedes a free kick straight away on Darren Williams. I think, Saint, that Alan Little is right to say that it's no good just sitting back and letting Manchester United come at them.
You want to keep Manchester United as far away from your goal as possible, and I think Alan Little is right in that one.
This is Wayne Hall. Now he's left-footed, so we assume he's going to swing this one in towards Peter Schmeichel. Pepper and Atkin have gone into the penalty area to supplement the Raiders, and Schmeichel, it was an awkward punch for him, nudged back in by Williams, headed out by Pallister. And the best early moment coming for York City. Oh, and a slip here, might let in Andy Cole, just what York didn't want, and Warrington makes a save. He just got a touch to that, and the ball is scrambled out for the corner kick by Steve Tuttle, though he stayed down, and that might be a problem for the York City skipper.
Well, terrible mistake, but the conditions, you know, are very, very wet. We've had a real downpour before the game. Cole maybe should have done better there, but the goalkeeper did well. But Tuttle hits the post.
Absolutely, Andy Cole, credit the goalkeeper, it could have gone anywhere. Tuttle makes sure it didn't go into the net. Early drama then, Andy Cole with a great opportunity there for Manchester United after McMillan's slip.
Mind you, Andy Warrington got a hand to that one, John. It was I don't know if it was going in the net or not, but the big goalkeeper managed to get his hand to it.
Well, they say of Andy Warrington that he's got good technique and good temperament, which is absolutely vital for a 19-year-old coming into a test like this one.
Well, you know, in the first game, Manchester United had a young goalkeeper playing, and in the end, I think it probably cost them the game. But so a lot really depends on this young fella's nerve tonight.
Tuttle's on his feet. With there's Brian Kidd, active already on the Manchester United bench. Manchester United, by the way, Roy Keane had a fitness test before the game, and they've decided to keep him on the subs bench tonight. There's rumour of him having to have another hernia operation. Corner for Manchester United. Vital for York not to concede early. And Tuttle still receiving attention from Jeff Miller as Giggs takes a poor corner. He's got a second chance to play the ball in, and that he takes, and the header wide was from Cole. He's had 2 chances in the opening 2 minutes.
Well, I think they've stated their intentions, Manchester United, obviously. They have got to take the game to York City, and after a first bad corner kick, it was a lovely ball back in there, and a good header.
Giggs' second ball a lot better than his first.
Oh, it was a lovely ball.
Great night for any manager. Alan Little and Paul Stancliffe alongside him. They've had their own cup exploits as players, but it's very different when you're sitting on the bench and can do nothing about it. Well, Schmeichel's got the sort of kick it could go from one end of the field right through to the other. Not the biggest ground in the football league this by any means, and the Manchester United players will feel a little confined after Old Trafford.
It's reasonably wide, John. I think it's about 75 yards wide. Lengthwise it doesn't seem to be too long, but it's a big enough surface, and I think the players will enjoy playing in this tonight because the surface really is wonderful.
Yes, a lovely turf. The last time I was here it was underwater, totally underwater. That's gone through, and Cole, Warrington off his line. Cole squeezes the cross in, and that's a nervous moment for the young goalkeeper, but he's got away with it for the time being. Cantona, good ball in, a great chance here. Oh, it's there, and Paul Scholes gets the early goal for Manchester United that York City were dreading. He's a terrific little striker, this fellow. Joy on the faces of Manchester United supporters. It's now 3-1 on aggregate, and Paul Scholes moving swiftly. Cantona, Scholes in the net.
Beautifully taken by Scholes, because when the ball was played in here by Cantona, who picked it out, just watch for the first touch here of Scholes. It really was very impressive. Took it past the defender and then whacked it in.
Paul Scholes with 5 goals now this season becomes top scorer for United. Scored last week against Roto Volgograd, but this might be just as important a goal. We were talking about just what York City didn't want and just what Manchester United did want, and it straight away alters the complexion of the tie overall. That's the problem with these 2 leg matches. Peveril now, we're just kept in by Williams. Alistair running Peveril out of it, and he's overdone it, and that will give Paul Barnes a chance of a crack at goal. It took the deflection off Steve Bruce, and a slip by Pallister. Again, the greasy turf played its part.
Well, also I think he was a bit too casual there, Alistair. He strolled out with the ball here, and just watch the tackle going in. He just knocked it too far ahead of him. The tackle went in there by Williams, and really Barnes, should a man on his right hand side, Peveril, should have slipped him in there.
There's Paul Barnes, York's top scorer with 10 already this season, including that brace at Old Trafford. Hall with the corner for York City. Schmeichel, an easy catch, and straight away bolt it out intelligently. Away goes Ryan Giggs. And Cook's gone up there in support. Giggs instead switches play wide. Cole can't keep that in play. And Giggs had almost too many options, I think, there.
Well, he had the options there, but he looked to pick out Cole there, who, you know, he certainly overhit the ball, and Cole's had no chance of getting it.
Tuttle. Well, York City didn't have much hope in the air against Pallister and Bruce, so you'd think they've got to keep the ball on the deck for Barnes and Peveril. Scholes has angled another ball in here for Andy Cole to chase, and he might have to hold it up until 1 or 2 arrive in the middle, and they are arriving, and here's a second goal surely, and it is scored for Manchester United. And they are right back in this tie now, thanks to Terry Cook and his first goal for the club. And what a time to score it.
I think it might even have been his first kick. I mean, there's a lovely ball there in the first place for Cole. And I was saying how sharp he was looking tonight. And he left all the defenders trailing in his wake. A nice run by Giggs, the cut back there, a slip by a defender, and there was Cook with a cheeky ball.
2-0 in 12 minutes. And who would bet against Manchester United now? Giggs, Terry Cook, and a lovely time to score your first goal in senior football. He's only 19 years of age, he comes from Marston Green. He had an outstanding Premier League debut the other week against Bolton, and now he's got his first Manchester United goal. Alex Ferguson, he's not showing much happiness, is he? But I'm sure that inside he's a lot more cheerful than he was before kick-off. Well, the crowd drooling at the quality of that pass out to Beckham. Then Cantona knocks another one in onto the head of Barrass. Peppered out, and he's onside here, Pepperell. And he'll swing the ball in, here comes Paul Barnes! Oh! That might be such a critical moment in the match. Paul Barnes, given the opportunity with a lovely ball in from Pepperell, strikes the Manchester United upright, and it looks as though Schmeichel got a touch.
I think Schmeichel did get a touch. That was a lovely first-time shot there, and it was a great save, really, by Schmeichel.
This would have changed the game yet again.
Oh, they badly needed a goal at this point, John. Look how close they came.
It's a lovely bit of football from York City. It shows they can play. Their recent form's been good. 4 wins in a row without conceding a goal until tonight. Ball, Schmeichel. And straight away again. This is where the danger is. And Giggs, he's one-on-one, and Ryan Giggs might go all the way from Schmeichel's throw. And he's going to have to leave it to Andy Cole, who tries to curl one in. And although it goes over, yet another clear warning there to York City.
Well, it was the same move they used it just earlier in the game. Schmeichel gets it, knocks it out to Giggs, and he has a run at the defenders, and it was tremendous skill. I thought possibly here the defender actually just got a little tickle on it, and then Cole looked for the chip.
Well, what a shame for Dean Kiely to have to set this one out. They've released him from hospital just so he can come and watch the game here tonight, and then he's going to go straight back into hospital this evening. We wish him a very speedy recovery. It's the first game he's missed in about 4 years.
Looks as if he's just gone 10 rounds with Frank Bruno.
Sharp. Manchester United have lost a little bit of fire in the last few minutes. They got those 2 early goals, and since then they've not found it quite as easy. So it's still an intriguing contest at 3-2 overall in York's favour. That was good ball winning. Sets Jordan on his way. Nicely slipped out here for Barnes, who's got the confidence to take them on. And Paul Barnes still has a chance, and it's there! York City score! And what a moment! There were 2 of them in there for it. But that again changes the complexion, because Manchester United need to score 2 now.
Well, Barnes, for me, looked dangerous all night, and he come inside there, and at this particular point, when the tackle went in, I do think it was Jordan. Jordan came in and had a kick at it. Both of them together, I think, managed to put the ball in. So they get half a goal each for this one.
I think Scott Jordan's going to claim it. He hasn't got one this season. It's a great goal to get for your first, isn't it? Paul Barnes was having a little dig at it, but I think it's the right boot of Jordan that dispatches it. Scott Jordan, what a moment for him. 20 years of age, his last goal was against Bournemouth in March. This one means a lot more. Here's Andy Cole at the other end, and Warrington has his hands on this, but a free kick is going to be awarded to Manchester United here, inside the York penalty area. Obstruction, as the goalkeeper was trying to get his hands on the ball, there was an obstruction, and that is why Manchester United have a chance to re-establish a 2-goal lead. Remember, they've got to win now 4-1 here to go through on away goals. Scholes and Cantona will fancy this. It could be Cantona, chipped, saved and out. They didn't do that very well.
Well done, Andy Warrington, that was a great save. The youngster did well there.
First chance Cantona has had, and in a way he tried to be too delicate. I think he might have been better advised to smash it in.
Well, he was trying to be a bit clever here. Look, just chip it over, just dink it over the wall in the corner, and the goalkeeper read it.
Let's have a look at this goal again. That's Scott Jordan who started the move, then Barnes.
Yes, and we'll just see now, Bruce comes sliding in there. Barnes gets the break. Well,
yeah, they went to Jordan. I think they went to Jordan. Alex Ferguson's decided that that's the only place to be now, with his team back in trouble. They need 2 to win again. And if they get 2, they'll go through on the away goals rule. If Cole had scored with that one, it would have been the goal of the season, I think. Better than one of your Boas with that. It's astonishing. Sharp. And York are certainly finishing the half very confidently. Typified by the way McMillan chested that ball down and goes on. Not typified by the final shot, but he's not a goal scorer. He's not in there to do that job.
I think they came out very nervous, John, in the first sort of 15-20 minutes, and Manchester United really caught them cold then and got a couple of goals up. But since then, you know, they've really played well, York, and if they go in at half-time 2-1, I think the manager will be quite satisfied with the performance.
Well, there's some real method, there's some neat approach play from York at the moment. They're not overawed anymore. And it's half-time at Bootham Crescent. We've had the first 45 minutes of the cup tie of the season, and the scenario is still perfect. Paul Scholes, in the first few minutes of this game, gave Manchester United the lift they were looking for. Terry Cook added a second goal with only 12 minutes played. But then Scott Jordan, with a considerable assist from Paul Barnes, has really hauled York back into the match on the evening. York trail 2-1 tonight. Remember, they still lead 4-2 overall. Half-time here, York 1, Manchester United 2.